everything. Yes, this whatsoever you can do. It's always happened.
It's a hot seat. Okay, Vlad, go on.
Next question.
I think is this process like not called enlightenment whatsoever? Call this. It always should have these side effects, or it can happen.
Since everyone who writes about it, who talks about it, or everyone had some side effects.
It always should be.
More or less, more or less. For some it's just tick, and for some it's like in hell of experiences. But it's unpredictable. It's like the understanding happens and then the side effects come after that.
Ah.
It's not by side effects understanding happens.
Okay.
No, there's like the most subtle understanding of the self, that it can never gain itself or lose itself, and then there are side effects in that so-called whatever, environmental, body, mind, organism, tralala. And they are not always pleasant. It's not comfortable. That is meant by Guruji. It's not comfortable, and you're not looking for that as a me, because what you're looking for in this body is comfort. You want to be always happy. You're looking for comfort. You don't look for discomfort. But the self doesn't care about your comfort. On that carelessness, and there's an energy which maybe is not so comfortable for that body. Because it's like it's burning out the personal and the impersonal and the whole experiences of all whatever you can imagine in that so-called body. Because there's the coolest fire which burns out whatever you cannot imagine. You don't want that.
Yes, I know.
But if it happens, it will happen anyway. That's why it's meant, in spite of you wanting it or not, it may or may not happen in that so-called whatever. So you can neither avoid it or you can push it. You cannot force it and you cannot stop it. But already I would say understanding happened already, otherwise you would not even turn to that. Because already the discomfort is already there. The discomfort of understanding that you cannot gain or lose. That discomfort is already burning. That's the coolest fire you cannot. No, I can just. No one comes out of free will. Everyone is like already in that understanding that the world cannot make him happy, or any meditation or anything. Otherwise, you would not even can sit here.
Yeah.
You would not come here for.
But
this is pain already.
No, here is pain and not to come here.
Yeah, it's pain anyway. So you rather you come or you don't come. It's anyway pain. Max pain. Maximum pain.
I don't know. Stupid question. I thought this like when you listen, like you look at it and you see no one. Still there's someone who's talking about this. Yes.
There is still one who sees no one, and that's
yes.
that one who sees no one is still one.
Yes.
So that one is the devil and fucks himself all the time.
But no way out.
That's the nature of the devil. The biggest fucker, which is spirit, always penetrates spirit. So the fucker fucks the fucker. What the fuck can you do?
I ask you.
What the fuck can you do? That was in Australia. In every sentence there is fuck. Why? No, it's like I'm sitting here and just presenting. It's not so bad. Come on. There's no way out anyway. Though. I'm presenting the absolute no way out in that way. And it's bearable. To be what you are, there's nothing to bear. So don't fear what you are. And the phantom will always be in a discomfort. The nature of the phantom is discomfort. And it's living by discomfort. Because it's always doubtful, and being doubtful is discomfort. And then trying to be getting out of that doubtful existence is discomfort. There's always disease. There's never any ease in the phantom. But you are the ease. And there's nothing is more easy than to be what is the ease. But you will never be at ease with that. And trying to be at ease, that's a disease already of that one who will always be in the disease of I. No way out.
And there's nothing better than the feel. Doesn't matter. Just comes, goes.
Of course there is something is better than the other. But not for you. Yeah, having cancer for the body is not so good for the body, or for whatever, your family or anything, so there is something better. And not having cancer is maybe better, like a more comfortable feeling of the body. But for what you are, it absolutely doesn't matter, it was not. It's never in any discomfort. So there is no bridge between that both. That what is a phantom life, will always be in the discomfort of existence. And what you are doesn't even exist in that way. And then between that is no, that is ease itself. But that can never be reached by any phantom, that's all. The phantom will be just by nature in a discomfort. And I would have talked to this guy like this, but he was...
Too serious.
No, it was like the Berlin Wall, you don't try to break through. It falls by itself. Sooner or later, it will collapse, but not by me trying to break it. Whatever I try is making it even more stiff. So, what to do? It's just it's not a good timing, that's all. Maybe in 5 years, maybe in 10 years, or whatever. Then there's a timing, and then there is like a natural, okay, then we can talk. But not by having a discussion.
Serious discussion.
It's disgusting. I'm not disgusting.
Can I ask you something?
Yep.
There are masters that they give a kind of hope, techniques, and what I understand now is that they are in a kind of oneness that can maybe also disappear one day. Well, what's the difference between that and if even that disappears, that nobody even owns that oneness? What's the difference between one of those masters and others?
Yeah, and the butcher.
I mean, what's the difference between those estates?
There's a difference, but they don't make a difference for what you are. There's a difference. The one is comfort and the other one is discomfort. Discomfort is the separation state of hell, and comfort is the state of heaven, of oneness.
Yeah.
And both can be discriminated.
But there is something after, like what Osho also said, there is something after enlightenment.
There's beyond.
Yes.
This is part of the devil being in hell or in heaven. Because when the devil is there, the devil creates hell and heaven. Because both come together. It needs first the devil, God knowing himself, which becomes his own devil. Like knowing God. God exists. And out of that existence he creates a comfortable, loving way and a discomfortable, hating way. And in a relationship you hate to be relative, you hate to be separated from something. There's a hating, there's a loving. They both come together. Out of the first lover, I. So the first lover is God, becomes a lover, so it becomes his own devil, his own creator of heaven and hell. It's too late. Where there's a lover, there's a love affair, and the love affair is always a hating and a loving love affair. In loving you're in comfort, and in hating you're in discomfort. And then always switching between that. That is like the phantom switching in the ping pong of hell and heaven.
So, but what's then, that kind of state if somebody claims that he's in the oneness?
Oh,
and he's there already years and years in the oneness.
Yeah. And when he claims it and sees you still as one who's not in oneness. What is that kind of oneness? What kind of oneness is it you can claim? Who is one with what? So it's still separation, but whoever claims to be in oneness has to be in separation.
But if it's so simple like you explain, well, how can it be that they don't see that? I mean, for them it's true, and they teach.
They have to sell something. It's a selling position. They have to
But
sell it.
because also they believe in it.
Yeah, and they maybe they believe in it. They sell it to you. That's the nature of a teacher. He sells you his teaching. That's the nature of a selling master. A master who sells his whatever he can sell. But what he were lending in, whatever his position. But as they say in Upanishad, when there's a master who knows to be a master and still sees disciple, there's one master for sure too many. The master who knows the master, forget. It's part of the dream of relationship between this SM, serving and slaves and masters. Masters who are enslaving slaves and slaves creating masters, enslaving the master. It's like a slave relationship. Both are slaves. The master is slave and the slave is slave. That's the game of SM.
And have you been in that oneness when that after that also dropped?
I went through all the imaginary states. There are 7 imaginary states. Even 7, not only 3. And all of them cannot bring you what you are. And I like all of them because no one can offer what I am. So they're all fantastic. And there's rarely, like Nisargadatta was a rare kind who says you have to transcend all 7 states. That what is jnana that what is a jnana, not knowing any jnana, you transcended all the 7 states.
So few possibilities that happen. Huh?
It's actually impossible to transcend it. Transcending it is the easiest, but it's the most impossible way. You cannot transcend it because it's too late. Now trying to transcend it, it's too late, because by trying to transcend it, you make them real. And you make yourself depending on transcending them. But transcending simply means just being what you cannot not be. Being beyond. Means being prior, being inspired.
So this is why you say it doesn't matter if you are in the oneness or not oneness, if there is ownership or not, because that's only a temporary state anyway.
It matters for the phantom, but not for what you are.
Yeah,
So yes,
but you
yes
see
and
that,
no.
but you see that, but I don't. I can believe you or not, but I don't see that. That you say it doesn't matter at all.
I don't see it too, but I'm happy that I
You
cannot
don't
see
see
it.
it.
Yeah, I'm happy that I cannot see it.
What you don't see?
Whatever you see. No, it's more than whatever you can imagine. Easy or not easy. It's not even obviously. Even that is too complicated. Whatever I try, it would be too much. Like transmitting it or making you understand or anything. All of that is futile, thanks God. Whatever is done, whatever can be done, whatever can be understood, whatever is futile, thanks God and hallelujah. All futile. That's beauty. The beauty of futility. Failures over failures, and you're the absolute failure. So be happy about it. Being the absolute failure, always failing what you are. In all your imaginary states, in all your imaginary whatever kind of looking or not looking at yourself, you always fail yourself. So in that sense, you're the absolute failure. And I tell you, be happy being the absolute failure that you cannot know yourself in any, whatever you know or don't know. What you are will never be known, not even by yourself. That's joy. Come on. Any idea that you can know yourself, any hope, that's hell. Any hope that you, whatever, by whatever understanding, by whatever you imagine, you can know yourself, that is hell. In that instant, you are already the devil to yourself. Already you are in the hell of longing for what you are. In the hell of hope. Immediately, you become the lover. You are in the loving and the hating business. Nowhere else. So the lava.
Okay, wait, because
Wait.
yeah, because if that what is prior cannot know itself, how does it seem to me that you are prior and you know yourself?
Yeah, to be prior, you don't have to know it. You just are prior.
But you can even talk about it.
Of course. I'm wondering that you cannot talk about it. We are both wondering. I'm wondering and you're wondering, isn't that wonderful? Absolutely wonderful.
No difference.
Yeah, it's like a wonder bar. It's a drink for free. Oh, it's all for free.
Like a wonder bra?
Brahman in his nature is like a wonder bra.
Wonder bra.
It's a wonder Brahman. It's a para wonder Brahman.
Yeah. No, I know what this is.
He has a bra.
Where this word comes from, wonder bra.
Yes, he has a bra. Para bra.
It's so beautiful. It was in the wonder bra.
It's a parachute. What a big bra this Brahman is. He can really have a parachute. You see, for me, nothing is more natural as being what I am. And for you, trying to become it, you become what? Artificial. And being artificial, it's always permanent longing, not to be artificial. So right now you are like an artificial, whatever, business with yourself. Then now you want to sell even to yourself inside some truth or some serious. You have to be like this or this and this. Permanently in the selling, buying business. Always a businessman. And then inside selling, buying, and then outside selling, buying. Wanting to sell your seriousness and that you're a true human and truth and freedom, blah blah blah. You sell everything. It has to sound good because you want to sell it. But then you need soldiers, you need others who fight with you. And all of that what comes with religion. So you build an inner religion, then an outer religion. Your friend, all relationships are religions. Because you try to find friends who think like you. I just say it. It's like it. Do you want to be the friend who thinks not like you? Too much trouble. Never a party, it's only...
But also not someone who is too much like you, because then yes.
So you're married to your enemy.
Yeah.
How fun. That's called.
How do you know?
We have to fight for our relationship. Otherwise it's not worth anything. For something we don't have to fight is not worth anything. That's like being in war. Ehekrieg.
World of Warcraft.
Ich krieg dich schon hin, wie ich dich haben will. I make you as I like you. And when you are as I like you, I leave you. That's amazing.
Is the will of every woman.
Yeah, that's called resignation.
No. We still fight.
As long as you fight, you stay together.
Yeah. This is the fun.
Yeah. It's always good to talk about it.
Oh, I will ask you. The 7 stages.
Yeah, Adidar, he just died in November. He reached the 7th state.
No,
He claimed to be an avatar of the 7th state.
but it's graduate or it's come like.
No, from the 4th there comes the avatar states, the 5th, 6th, 7th states. Avatars who are never born, the unborn states.
So it's coming. It's coming graduate.
Right away?
Graduate. One after one.
Gradually.
Graduate. One after one.
Maybe you just go to the 7th.
Doesn't matter which way. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, but
You,
one by one.
you make your master on the 4th, it's like initiation of your whatever Christ consciousness, and then after the Christ consciousness comes then the other avatar states. And at first you have to go to the 4th. You cannot just jump from the 1st to the 7th. Not that I heard about it. Maybe it's possible.
What are you talking about?
Doesn't matter.
We just stay as absolute beginners.
Yes, yes.
There's this graduation thing. It's like we had it in karate already. There was the first, like the first kiyos, and then the first black belt, and then the 9th black belt. But then the 10th already was white again. So it's the beginning. So it always ends up where you start. Yeah, forget the states.
I was just curious. Nothing else.
Oh,
Forget the United States.
curiosity kills the cat.
Yeah.
No, it's always nice to talk about it, but only because no one needs it. You cannot find anyone in any state.
This I don't know.
You don't know?
This I don't know.
Ah, you have to work on something.
No. It's already too late. I'm in the lazy state.
In the lazy state.
Yeah.
No, you are much too much working because you are not lazy enough.
Oh, okay.
Because you have to reach a state of absolute laziness when you are even too lazy to be lazy.
Yeah.
That you have to work for.
Alright, okay.
You have to work on.
Next time.
Still hope. There's still hope for you.
No.
Yeah, something else. From Costa Rica, maybe.
I have no question.
Costa Quanta. Costa Rica is nice. Nice country. It rains as much as here, or even more.
But it's warm rain.
You think. If you go up to the mountains, it's not so warm up there.
I only see
What?
pictures
see?
of the...
He saw pictures, and imagine how warm it is.
I have a good imagination.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. Dead serious.
As long as it's absolute, it's okay.
Definitely serious. No military. No military, but every taxi driver has a revolver.
I didn't have that.
Fantastic. You have to talk to people here. They're so romantic about Costa Rica. No military, only police. It's heaven. But then you come there, every taxi driver a revolver and fighting about customers. Wow. Fantastic, I like it.
Yeah. So you have both paradise and hell.
Yes, both totally together. Mosquito Coast and the rest is
Destroy my illusions.
No, I still like it. I don't have to live there, but I like it. As you are not living there. You are living in Germany now.
Yeah.
So he is clever.
That's why.
I don't know.
It means I'm clever too.
No.
logical conclusion.
I like your logic, I want that too.
Very rational. Or not?
You see or not? It's not logical. Otherwise I send you to Moscow. If you want to be rational. They will take you. In exchange for something else. Yeah, okay. So no question from Costa Rica.